and everybody was picking up weird energy. Like a lot of the women that worked in housekeeping, they were picking up something was in that room still. I don't know if they had like Olivia Pope working for them or what, but it never hit the news. And it happened like at 11 o'clock. It happened like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, where he dropped down on the floor and people were having lunch and it didn't hit the news. Nobody took pictures of it. It's like, one thing we learned too is that when he booked that room, him and his family stayed in that same room maybe like a month or two before, and he said that was his favorite room, and I guess that's where he wanted his last moments to be, because he claimed it was his favorite room in the hotel. So yeah, so basically she got clearance to hire me to come and clear the energy in the space and hopefully cross him over, because that was the main issue. He was technically haunting her, but that's the best way I could put it, where he was trying to get her attention and she was feeling the heaviness of it all. So, and not just her, the other people that worked there. And for them to be getting messages that people are hearing him choking, like that was crazy. So when I got to the room, it was really sad to know about. I think when I got to the room, it was already cleaned already, so you couldn't even tell. It looked like a brand new room, which is my point of hotels doing some sneaky stuff. You would never know that there was blood splattered everywhere. They wallpapered it over, changed the rugs, did whatever they had to do, and somebody could have been renting that room, you know. So when I got there, I cleansed the energy in the room. I did my prayers, my meditation, and I started to get messages from him. I knew his name, his age, and everything. And he pretty much was really ashamed and embarrassed that he did it. But his argument was related to money, because he either was going bankrupt or he gambled the money, from what I remember. And he didn't want to shame the family. So I guess he wanted them to get money to pay off his debt, which is crazy. But this is how some people, their logic is when they're super, super depressed, you know. So, and I confirmed it with one of my teachers, because she did the same thing and read him and found out the same information. But his energy still kept coming back. So we were like, somebody needs to actually go in the house, go into the actual room and clear it. So when I did it, I actually saw, it was really tragic, because I saw he fell from one patio to another and literally had a dent in the metal of the second patio. So I had to go to 2 rooms to clean out. And the whole story that I got from him was, he was just like really sad. He was upset, but he didn't want to leave the stain on his family, which is, the logic again doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna poison yourself with Drano, slice your wrist, I think he sliced his throat too. It was like a lot of things he did. Then he jumped over. So it was like, you want to talk about not embarrassing your family, that's terrible. You know, like that's a memory that his kids have to remember. But I had to end up telling him he needs to go into the light, crossed him over. And I think the next day, the cleaning people raved about how it feels better in there. They didn't hear anybody coughing in the room anymore. And my friend who was actually working there, she told me that she wasn't getting bothered anymore. She didn't feel the energy anymore. So it was wild. You think it stops there, but it doesn't. Part 2 was a month later, she calls me. A month later, somebody else committed suicide on the same side of the building too. Not the same room, but the same side of the building, the hotel. And long story short, she ended up calling me back to do it again. And that time was even more traumatic, because what I saw was all the evidence, because they didn't even take everything out of the room yet. There was still stuff, his last meal was things that he ate was in the garbage, candy wrappers and stuff like that. And they literally left it the way it was. And it was a similar situation. It was related to money. I think he owed money to somebody and was trying to avoid it. And he jumped off. He didn't do all the other extra stuff, but he jumped off. Again, these are all male and not even that old. I don't think any of them were over 40 years old from what I remember. So it's just so sad how people, especially men, don't get help, don't get therapy, don't get whatever is gambling help, whatever they need. They just want to take their life out and not think about everybody else. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, so that one, I ended up crossing him over as well. And the hotel felt better as well. Same thing. I got good reviews for that. But that was like a crazy story. And I actually got free room rental. on top of getting paid. So it was awesome. But yeah, just letting you know, you never know what hotel secrets they have, because when you go to these hotels, you don't know what's going on in them. Anyway, see you guys next time. If you're interested in your own session, you know who to call. Go to ownyourpower.biz. Later.